turtles like to hibernate, so they'd go out and eat as much as they can. They'd go and bury themselves in the banks. They'd stay there throughout winter, and they'd start coming out around about August, September when it starts to get warmer. And what you do is that you know that they're in there, they're fat. You'd stick a stick into the bank, poke it into the soil, and you'd hear the clicking noises. That's how you'd catch your turtles.
How big are they?
They just go in there and eat, and then they just go to sleep. They're big. Hey. So who wants to go and paint themselves up?
Me.
Okay, well, we'll go back down here onto the sand.
Have to be ready to shake a leg after this.
Oh, okay.
Get ready for a bit of dancing.
Hey, you all have fun doing that?
Yep.
Okay, so that's just a bit of the paints that we have here. Ochre. Ochre was mainly used during your corroborees, but we don't call them corroborees here, we call them boya. Okay, people would paint themselves up. The way that you put the paints on your face indicated to everybody else whether you were a fully initiated man, whether you were a teenager, whether you were a young girl, or where you were into your womanhood kind of thing. All those kind of things were indicators of what they'd use the paint for. Okay, with your artefacts that you'd use, you'd paint up your wangals, which is your boomerangs. You'd paint up your biggins, which is your shields. The designs on those artefacts would represent the tribe that you fought for, the family that you're from, the area that you're from. So you're going up amongst all these other different tribes in the area, they look at the designs on your wangals or your biggins, your shields or your boomerangs, and they know where you come from. Okay, the only thing that they painted, the only basket that they would paint would be when someone dies. They'd paint up their jowan or their dilly bags, and they'd burn the body, smoke it I think, and they'd leave the bones in there. So that was a pretty sacred basket. So if you see anything that's painted up like that, well, it had special significance to it. Okay, so that's just a bit about your ochres. White is your gabba, yellow is your magara, and red is your gunga.